Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I went to a train show, like a model train show with my pawpaw and a few of the guys from the train club. Picked up a few nice things there, but let's start with the thing I got before the train show. So you're walking into the mall and there's this place called The Emporium. They're primarily like a RC car place, but they also had some Hot Wheels there, and I got this for $1. This is from 2000. What is that? So a 25, nearly 26-year-old car. It's the Kung Fu Force Series 99 Mustang, number 2 of 4. And it's the number 34 for the year 2000. So let's go ahead and crack it open. The back, a card here. Pretty cool little card art there. I just wanted to show that I only got that for $1. The rest of the stuff is already open, but I didn't want to open this one on camera. Now this is a really cool looking car. I'm a huge Mustang collector, so obviously I had to get it. The 90s era is kind of missing in my collection, like these late 90s model ones here. I don't have too many of them, so it's always good to get more. I think the times that I have the most out of are the 2010s and the 60s. Like the 60s and 70s, like exactly 70, and then like late 2000s all the way through the 2010s into the 2020s. So like basically everything from the 2000s except for early 2000s. But yeah, this is a cool car. I am very glad to have it in the collection now. So especially for only $1, man, that's cheaper than anywhere else you can buy cars, and it was still carded. Card was in decent condition, but I'm not a carded collector, so we're gonna set it back here on top of my cologne. It's kind of on the pedestal kind of thing. Anyway, let's get straight into what I got at the actual show, starting with some of the loose stuff. Like, that was loose when I bought it, and we're actually going to start with a Hot Wheel. Another Hot Wheel from the 90s. This is originally made in 1990. It doesn't say what it is. It's a fake vehicle, but like a fantasy car, but it is a military vehicle, so I went ahead and picked it up. I thought it would be pretty useful in this, in my armed forces, or maybe even as like a water rescue truck. They had it there for $1, the guy did. He had a bunch of these, actually, probably like 5 or 6 of them. But I only really wanted to get one, maybe come back and get a couple more, but I ended up not. Now, the shop where I got this Mustang at actually had a McDonald's hauler for like $5.99, and I kind of wish I would have picked it up, but I didn't, so whatever. But yeah, this is a pretty cool little truck, so I'm going to put it with the rest of my military trucks until I build me an actual base. Next, I did get some construction equipment there also for $1 a piece. So this is some kind of knockoff company. It's just called Snowplow. It's actually a wheel loader, but it's got like one of those plows you would see in an airport. Now the cab is kind of trying to come off, and I cannot get it snapped back in there like it's supposed to. But it is pretty cool nonetheless. This is a void in my collection that I do not have filled, or that I did not have filled until now. Something like this with a big old snowplow to use. So I am glad to have one of these. This will probably go into the DOH or something like that, so we can clear like the bigger roads. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense. This will probably actually go straight to the airport. Oh, even though the colors do match the DOH pretty well. And for our final $1 car, it is a Matchbox bulldozer. Let's see what it's actually called. The Groundbreaker. So it's got, I don't know what's up with that. I'm assuming it was glued down at one point because there's little bits of it on the treads too. But this is just like your average Matchbox bulldozer that they've been releasing for years. GB construction. But I got it at $1, so can't complain. I have a bunch of these dozers already. The blade will do a full 360, by the way. It's got a tow hitch in the back, which is fun. Oh no, I forgot it gets stopped by the cab, but it would do a full 360. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little dozer. This will just go into my construction box for now until I can build me out a construction business, or maybe get a demolition business, or a mine set up in the city. Something. Next, what was the next thing I got? That would probably be these two semis here. I'm kind of trying to go in chronological order of when I got them. So this is a Maisto American Airlines cargo truck. So I got this and the next truck you're about to see for $6 together. This was originally priced at $2. The other one was $6.50. So I mean, I got 50 cents off. I probably could have offered him like 5, but I just asked him what the lowest he could go on it was, or no, I just asked him how much. What I was actually asking, now that I remember it, sorry, I don't know what I'm saying honestly, but I asked him if the sticker prices was the actual prices on the vehicles, because I wasn't sure, and he said I could do both for $6. So, but anyway, the back doors do open. And this whole thing is made out of plastic. This entire piece. I'm not sure about the axles, but you don't normally count those when you're talking about how much is plastic. Now it does have working bit there. I have a bunch of these style trailers and semis. So, and then this cab. This part is metal. This is plastic. This is plastic. Obviously, the base is plastic. But yeah, it's a Kenworth. It's a pretty nice one. So I ain't complaining. Plus, it's American Airlines. That's kind of cool. So we'll set that off to the side. I'll probably put this on my airport road somewhere. Next, this is much better. So this is Road Champs. Though Matchbox uses a very similar mold at some point, I believe, to this. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's Road Champs still. But this is another semi. This is Snapple Natural Beverages. So this is the one... Or no, I think this was the $4.50 one. This was the $2 one. Yeah, I think that's how it was. But this base is actually metal. You got the little landing bit or whatever. Back doors do open. They are a bit yellowed, which I got these. They were still in their original packaging, but, I open like everything. Now, this entire truck is metal, minus this and these little black bits here and stuff. The rest of it is all metal, so that's very nice, especially for the price I got it at. So, he had a couple more semis from a different brand I didn't recognize, and they were $4.50 a piece, so I didn't really want to take a risk on them. That's why I didn't end up bringing any of them home. I also picked up a couple more semis today, so... Let's get into the next deal I made, which was actually probably this one. I think this would be next in chronological order. This is some kind of shell train you're supposed to set up, around your Christmas tree. There's 3 more parts to it. I know there's a tanker. I think it was just a normal boxcar and a caboose for shell. And then, you can get track and run it around your Christmas tree, but it doesn't actually run by itself. Fletcher, Barnhart, and White Incorporated. But this was just given to me for free when I asked the guy about the price, so that was very nice. I'm not too big into trains, but I do like them. I don't collect them, is what I'm trying to say. So, that's why I wasn't going to pay much for this, but it was in a box with a bunch of random $1 stuff. But I wasn't sure if this would be $1, so I asked him, and he just said you can have it, so that was very nice of him. So this will probably just go on a shelf for now. Next, the next deal I made, this was a really good deal. So I picked out $18 worth of stuff. This was $5. This little school bus from Hot Wheels, another old Hot Wheel car. This is the last of the Hot Wheels, sadly. There wasn't many there, but I already have one of these in my collection. It's completely destroyed, though. Wasn't me, I got it that way. The windows were yellowed and everything. Looked like it had been in an accident. But this one's in, near perfect condition. The wheels aren't the greatest on it, but otherwise, there's some little sticker residue from the price tag, which was $5, which is kind of crazy for this, but you'll understand why I still got it. Wait, I think I already said I paid $10. So, I got this. This was also $5. I believe this was the $5 one. Was this the $8 one? No, this was the $5 one. So, this is a Majorette. I already have this cab, but I couldn't find my trailer for it. And I was like, I might as well pick it up. This does look pretty cool. So, once again, you got opening doors back here. All these brands, they share a pretty similar box trailer design, so... But it's not the same. They are individual. I'm trying to open. I think Majorettes are probably the hardest to open, just because of how they open. How you're supposed to get them open is through these little tabs on the doors, and it's kind of hard, bruh. Anyway, I'm not even going to open it. You know it does, because I told you. But anyway, Eagle truck. It's just a cool-looking patriotic truck. Like I said, I already have the cab. My cab's in worse condition, though. This one was brand new in box. Once again, you have the little landing stuff or whatever. This is metal. I thought that was plastic. Or no, this is plastic. This is metal. This is plastic. The whole truck, like the whole cab is metal. This is plastic. So it looks like the best value one is actually Snapple, because the majority of the truck is metal. Like nearly the entire cab is metal, and then you get a metal base on it, which this one does, but not all of it's metal. Anyway, it's not a big competition or anything. It doesn't matter. I have a bunch of Majorette semis, but always looking to add some more. Speaking of more, here's another one. Now this one was priced at $8. I got all these for $10, so I got $8 off. So basically this one's free. But this one, this whole bottom undercarriage thing here is metal, and then this bit's plastic. This is plastic. The yellow is metal, and these are both plastic. So this is a circus truck, if you couldn't tell. I'm going to go ahead and deattach the cab. Magic Circus. So I have another one of their circus trucks, and I need to put it back together eventually, but anyway, I know these can come off, but I really don't want to, because sometimes they're a real pain to get back on. In this one, we have what I believe to be lions, maybe? I actually can't really tell what these are. If you know what those are, tell me. But they're kind of molded in. Not really. Oh, crap. Did that go back into place? Okay, I think it did. But I don't want to move them because I want to leave them in there. And then this one, definitely lions in this one. So, or maybe those are tigers. I'm not sure. But yeah, it is a really cool one. One thing I don't like about it is the tires. I wish they would have stuck with the same tires like they did on this one. Anyway, that's besides the point. It's not that big of a deal. Let's move right along into my favorite thing I got today. So these retail for $20. I got this for $15. And the other guy there at the show that had these had him for $17. So I got a pretty good deal on this thing. But I had to ask for a better deal. I asked him for 10 and he couldn't take it, but it's still a good deal. I took it anyway. This is a Diecast Masters HO scale excavator pack. I cannot remember the name of this. Oh wait, it's on the truck. This is a 315 CL excavator. The train just fell over. So you get up and down on that right there. You get in and out here. No bucket articulation, which is really sad, but whatever. The tracks don't move. This whole apparatus is plastic, but all of this is metal except for that piece right there. The other guy had another excavator, a bigger excavator that I wanted more, but I wasn't really willing to pay the $2 more because honestly, I like this semi more anyway. Now, one thing I don't like about this, and that I didn't realize at first, like when I was buying this entire trailer is plastic. This whole low boy is just plastic. So that does kind of suck. And the cab, the blue on this cab is the only thing that's metal. Everything else is plastic. But this is a Caterpillar. I don't remember exactly which one it is, and it doesn't say, so that's all you're going to know, I guess. It is in a really nice color, though. And it'll haul the excavator quite nicely. So, and speaking of Caterpillar, we have 2 more pieces of Caterpillar to look at, but I forgot. We have something else to look at before that. Another free thing, a Burlington Northern Transamerica Transportation Services, first and intermodal leasing on both sides, but trailer. So, trailer number is BNZ 233189, 110-inch door opening, whatever that stuff reads, and then you got the back. The doors do not actually open. Innovative, I can't speak, intermodal service. So, like I said, this was just given to me, and it's really cool, so I'll probably just, set it up somewhere. It's a very nice looking trailer, but it does not have, the peg was actually broken off of it, so I'll either have to get a replacement peg, or it's just going to have to go like this. So that's fine, though. It is a cool trailer. There was another trailer I was looking at. It was 65 years of Walther's trailer, and the guy wanted $5 just for the plastic trailer. And I was like, no thank you, I'm not doing that. And for our final things, and my second favorite thing I got today, these were each $4.99 a piece. Diecast Masters Micro Scale Caterpillar 272C mini skid steer loaders. So these are really cool. I picked up a couple of these because they will work pretty well in my 1/64th scale diecast layout. You know, put a car next to it. That is a quite accurate comparison. This is a bit of a smaller car than what's actually 1/64th scale. Clearly, if I were to pull up another 99 Mustang in my collection, let me get a bigger one, like an SUV. You look at the SUV compared to the skid steer. That's a pretty accurate comparison. I mean, they might be a little tall, but still, they work fine for my layout. And I've been wanting some nice skid steers because Matchboxes really kind of suck. The only articulation you get on this one is up and down in the boom, which kind of sucks because the bucket doesn't move. But then again, they're $5. You ain't going to do, much better for that. Which, another thing, they had this excavator there for $10 by itself, but I was like, I'm going to pay the extra $5 and get a truck and trailer because I don't have many truck and trailers. These are definitely going in the DOH immediately, and then so is this. This whole assembly is going to the DOH. But I got a feeling that after I get my construction company up, only one of these will be left at the DOH, and the excavator's going to the construction company. But anyway, that'll do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.